Welcome to the All-Star Athlete Podcast, your guide to mastering the mental game and reaching your full potential. I'm Justin Hebert, and I'm a mental performance coach passionate about helping athletes break through mental barriers and reach their full potential. I'm thrilled to have you join me for episode 5, where we'll delve into some essential mental techniques that can significantly enhance your athletic performance. Imagery, visualization, focus, and flow. If you've been tuning in since the first episode, you'll know we've already explored important topics like growth mindset, motivation, managing stress and anxiety, self-talk, mindfulness, and meditation, among others. If you haven't had the chance to listen to those episodes yet, I highly encourage you to check them out when you can. Each of these mental performance techniques builds upon the last, creating a comprehensive framework designed to help you develop resilience and focus. But don't worry, each episode stands alone, offering you practical insights and tips you can implement right away. Today's focus goes to the heart of mental mastery for athletes. Many athletes grapple with distractions and performance anxiety, often losing sight of their goals when it matters the most. In fact, research shows that up to 80% of athletes admit to struggling with focus and maintaining a strong mental state during competition. This statistic is particularly significant because focus is a cornerstone of athletic success. When distractions creep in, be it the pressure of the crowd, the weight of expectations, or the intensity of the competition, athletes can find it challenging to remain present and fully engaged in their performance. There are several factors contributing to this struggle. First and foremost is performance anxiety. The pressure to perform well can create a mental block, leading athletes to overthink their actions rather than trusting their training. This anxiety often manifests in self-doubt and negative self-talk, which can further detract from their ability to concentrate on the task at hand. In fact, studies have shown that high levels of anxiety can impair cognitive function, making it difficult for athletes to recall their training and execute skills effectively. Another factor is external distractions. The competitive environment can be filled with noise and visual stimuli. Cheering fans, opposing players, or even the fear of making a mistake, that can pull an athlete's attention away from their performance. In a high-stakes situation, it can be easy to lose sight of the immediate task, especially if they become preoccupied with outcomes or how they're being perceived by others. Mental fatigue is also a common issue. Athletes often push their physical limits, but the mental aspect of sports can be equally exhausting. Long training sessions, constant competition, and the need for strategic thinking can lead to burnout, resulting in decreased focus and motivation. When athletes are mentally fatigued, they may struggle to maintain their concentration and make quick, effective decisions during critical moments in competition. Additionally, the absence of a strong mental routine can leave athletes vulnerable. Without specific strategies to center their focus, they may not know how to regain their concentration when distractions arise. This is where mental skills training can play a pivotal role. Techniques such as mindfulness, imagery, and visualization can help athletes train their minds just as they train their bodies, improving their ability to focus under pressure. Addressing the challenges of focus is essential not only for performance, but also for overall mental well-being. Athletes who learn to manage their mental state effectively can enjoy the experience of competition more fully and cultivate a healthier relationship with their sport. By incorporating mental performance strategies, athletes can improve their focus, minimize distractions, and ultimately enhance their performance when it matters the most. This underscores the importance of honing your mental skills and learning to channel your thoughts productively. In this episode, we'll examine how techniques like imagery and visualization can transform your approach to competition, while understanding how to achieve flow can help unlock your full potential. We'll kick things off by discussing imagery, which involves creating vivid mental pictures to enhance performance. Legendary athletes like Larry Bird and Mikaela Shiffrin have utilized this technique to build confidence and prepare mentally for high-stakes situations. You'll hear how they turned their experiences into powerful mental rehearsals that paved the way for their success. Next, we'll move into visualization, where we'll explore how picturing successful outcomes can shape your performance. Athletes like Cristiano Ronaldo and Lindsey Vonn have mastered this art, using visualization not just to prepare, but to instill belief in their capabilities. You'll learn how this technique can change your mindset and approach to training and competition. After that, we'll dive into the concept of focus. Staying present and fully engaged is a challenge that many athletes face. We'll discuss strategies to improve your focus and how legends like Tiger Woods and Naomi Osaka have utilized mental strategies to maintain their concentration, even under pressure. Finally, we'll explore that elusive state of flow, the peak performance zone where everything clicks and you just feel unstoppable. Michael Jordan and Simone Biles serve as prime examples of athletes who have entered this state, allowing them to perform at their best. Today, you'll discover tips for cultivating flow in your own practice and competition. By the end of today's episode, you'll walk away with actionable techniques to harness imagery and visualization, sharpen your focus, and tap into flow to elevate your performance. Whether you're on the field, court, or in the pool, you'll have the mental tools to bring out your best when it matters the most. Let's get into this week's content. The first topic that I want to get into discussing today is imagery. Imagery is a powerful mental technique that involves vividly recreating a past experience or rehearsing a future one by engaging all 5 senses: sight, sound, touch, taste, and smell. This immersive approach sets imagery apart from visualization, which primarily focuses on forming a mental picture of a desired outcome. While visualization can be effective for setting goals and picturing success, imagery takes it a step further by creating a holistic sensory experience that allows athletes to fully immerse themselves in the scene. By mentally rehearsing not only the visual aspects of a performance, but also the physical sensations and environmental factors, athletes can build muscle memory, enhance their skills, and reduce anxiety about upcoming challenges. Let's examine a couple of athletes who have made imagery an important part of their mental game and have had excellent results to show for it: Mikaela Shiffrin and Larry Bird. Mikaela Shiffrin, a world champion skier and 2-time Olympic gold medalist, has made a name for herself as one of the most dominant forces in alpine skiing. Her success on the slopes can be attributed not only to her physical prowess, but also to her exceptional mental preparation. Shiffrin incorporates imagery into her training routine by vividly picturing herself navigating the course before she even steps onto the snow. This technique allows her to mentally rehearse each turn and gate, creating a detailed mental map of the race. By visualizing the exact trajectory she needs to take and anticipating the feel of the snow beneath her skis, Shiffrin builds confidence and reduces anxiety about her upcoming performances. This immersive mental rehearsal is essential for Shiffrin, especially considering the high-pressure environment of elite skiing competitions. In her mind, she can simulate various race conditions, from perfect weather to challenging courses. This mental practice not only helps her refine her technique, but also prepares her to adapt quickly to unexpected changes during a race. Shiffrin's ability to engage all her senses, imagining the sound of her skis on the snow, the cold wind against her face, and even the cheering of the crowd, enhances her focus and sharpens her competitive edge. As a result, she approaches each competition with a strong mental state, equipped with the skills and confidence necessary to perform at her best. Another example of an elite athlete who has heavily utilized imagery is NBA Basketball Hall of Famer Larry Bird. Larry Bird, an NBA legend and three-time champion, is often celebrated not only for his remarkable skills on the court, but also for his intense mental approach to the game. Bird was known for utilizing imagery as a key part of his preparation, allowing him to visualize every detail of his performance even before stepping onto the hardwood. He would picture himself taking shots from various angles, focusing on the feel of the basketball in his hands, the sound of it swishing through the net, and even the rhythm of his movements. This mental rehearsal enabled Bird to condition his mind and body, making the act of shooting feel more instinctive and familiar during actual games. The effectiveness of Bird's imagery extended beyond individual drills. It also helped him strategize for games against specific opponents. By imagining different game scenarios and how he would respond, Bird cultivated a mental toolkit that he could draw upon in high-pressure situations. This preparation not only enhanced his shooting accuracy, but also allowed him to remain composed when facing fierce competition. Bird's legendary work ethic and mental discipline demonstrated that success in basketball is as much about mental preparation as it is about physical training. And his use of imagery played a crucial role in solidifying his status as one of the greatest players in the sport's history. But imagery isn't just something that elite athletes use. It's a skill anyone can develop to improve their performance. To make it easier to bring this technique into your routine, here are some practical tips that can help you get started. By working with these simple steps, you can harness the power of imagery in a way that feels natural and effective, no matter your sport or level of experience. The first practical tip is to engage all 5 senses. When you're practicing imagery, try to bring your mind fully into the moment by using all of your senses, not just what you can see. Imagine yourself performing, but don't stop at the visuals. Let's say you're gearing up for a tennis match. I want you to picture not only how you look, but also how it feels to hold the racket in your hand. Think about the grip, how it feels against your palm, and the weight of it as you swing. Imagine the sound when the ball hits the strings, that solid pop, and the smell of the freshly cut grass around you. The more you bring your senses into it, the more powerful your mental practice becomes, helping you feel like you're really there. The second practical tip is to create a script. To make your imagery even stronger, try writing down the steps of your performance with as many details as possible. Think of it like a play-by-play of what you want to do. For example, if you're a swimmer, you might write down how it feels to dive into the water, the cool splash as you start, and the rhythm of each stroke. Describe the sounds you hear, like the water rushing past your ears, and even the smell of the chlorine. By writing it down, you give your brain a script to follow, making it easier to mentally practice each part of your performance and connect with the details. And the third practical tip is simply to practice regularly. Just like physical skills, mental skills need regular practice. The more you do it, the more natural it will feel. Set aside a bit of time each week, or even a few minutes before each practice or game, to work on your imagery. Use it like a warm-up for your mind. When you practice consistently, you're not only training your mind to picture success, but also building confidence in your ability to handle different situations. Over time, it'll become a habit that gives you a mental edge. Using imagery regularly can help you get more connected to your game and build up your confidence in tough moments. It's like training your mind along with your body. And when both are working together, you're better prepared to perform at your best. With this mental skill in your toolkit, you'll find that you're more focused, ready, and resilient no matter the challenge ahead. Let's move on to talking about the second major topic of today's episode, visualization. While imagery involves using all 5 senses to mentally recreate an experience, visualization is about creating a mental picture of a specific goal or outcome that you want to achieve. Think of it as mentally seeing yourself succeed before it happens. This technique is great for building confidence because it gives your mind a clear picture of what success looks like, almost like a mental roadmap. Whether you're stepping up to the plate, getting ready to shoot, or preparing for a big race, visualization can help you anticipate success, prepare for challenges, and set a solid goal to work toward under pressure. Let's take a look at a couple of world-renowned athletes who have successfully utilized visualization in their careers: Cristiano Ronaldo and Lindsey Vonn. Cristiano Ronaldo, celebrated as one of the greatest soccer players of his generation, has made visualization a cornerstone of his mental preparation. Before a game, Ronaldo spends time vividly picturing his movements on the field. He mentally rehearses every aspect of his game, from dribbling past defenders to positioning himself for shots and anticipating how he'll react under different scenarios. By imagining each play, he can predict how the defense might respond, helping him make split-second decisions on the field. This pre-game mental exercise allows Ronaldo to build confidence in his skills and stay focused on his game plan. So when he steps onto the field, he's already familiar with the feeling of success. He sees himself scoring goals over and over again in his mind, making those moments in real games feel like a natural extension of his practice. For Ronaldo, visualization goes beyond just seeing success. It's also about mentally rehearsing each play in such a way that his body and his mind are fully connected. By envisioning himself overcoming challenges in his mind, he strengthens his resilience for actual game situations. His visualization doesn't stop at imagining the goal, it includes every detailed step that leads up to it. The weight of the ball on his foot, the sound of the strike, and the feel of sprinting past opponents. Through these visualizations, Ronaldo builds familiarity with success, which helps him stay calm and confident even when the game is on the line. By the time he's on the field, he's already mentally played the game, allowing him to react instinctively and perform at his highest level under pressure. Now, let's look at how Lindsey Vonn has utilized visualization in her stellar career. Lindsey Vonn, one of the most decorated alpine skiers in history, has made visualization a critical part of her race preparation. Her process begins long before she even reaches the mountain. Once she reviews the course map, she spends time visualizing each segment of the run, imagining how it feels to handle each twist and turn. In her mind, she skis down the entire course as though she's physically on the snow, mentally rehearsing the lines she'll take, the balance she'll need, and the rhythm she wants to maintain. Vonn imagines the force of each turn, the angles her body needs to hit, and the transitions between different sections of the course. This mental preparation helps her anticipate every aspect of the race, building her confidence and readiness to respond to unexpected conditions. Visualization has been particularly important to Vonn on race day, where nerves and adrenaline can make focus a challenge. By mentally skiing the course, she familiarizes herself with the layout and creates a mental blueprint of her ideal race. When she finally gets to the starting gate, Vonn is mentally ready to take on the course because she's already raced it in her mind. Visualization not only helps her prepare for the physical demands, but also strengthens her mental resilience, giving her the calmness needed to handle high-stakes events like the Olympics. For Vonn, this practice has become her secret weapon in pushing past doubt and staying composed, helping her consistently perform with precision and intensity. Okay, so we've seen how professional athletes such as Cristiano Ronaldo and Lindsey Vonn have utilized visualization, but visualization isn't just a tool for top-tier athletes. It's a skill anyone can develop to reach their potential and enhance their performance. Here are some practical tips to help you integrate visualization into your routine. By following these straightforward tips, you can make visualization a natural and powerful part of your training, no matter your sport or experience level. The first practical tip is to focus on the process. Visualization is all about picturing yourself achieving the results that you want. When you close your eyes, imagine yourself running the perfect race and then crossing the finish line, or playing a solid match and then scoring the game-winning point, or nailing all of your skills and landing a perfect routine. Picture every detail of your success, how it feels, how your body moves, and even the expressions on your teammates' faces. For example, if you're a basketball player, see yourself shooting the ball and it swishing through the net. The clearer you make this vision, the stronger your confidence will become. It's like giving your mind a target to hit, helping you build certainty in your abilities. The second practical tip is to build confidence. Visualization is a great way to mentally prepare for challenges and build belief in yourself. When visualizing, don't just focus on what's easy. Picture yourself handling the difficult moments too. For example, if you're a gymnast, imagine sticking a tough landing after a challenging routine. Visualize yourself overcoming any stumbles or doubts, finishing strong, and feeling proud of your performance. This practice helps train your mind to stay calm and focused in the moment, boosting your confidence when faced with high-stress situations. The third practical tip is to make it part of your routine. Just like any other skill, visualization improves with consistent practice. Set aside time before games, practices, or even workouts to mentally rehearse your ideal performance. Think of it as warming up your mind, just as you would warm up your muscles before a competition. By making visualization a regular part of your prep, you create a reliable mental routine that helps you approach every event feeling ready. When it's a habit, you'll find it easier to focus, manage your nerves, and perform at your best. Using visualization regularly can help you feel more connected to your goals and more confident under pressure. It's a way to train your mind alongside your body, and when both are working together, you're better prepared to take on any challenge that comes your way. With visualization as part of your toolkit, you'll be able to tackle tough moments with resilience, focus, and the mental edge needed to succeed. All right. Now that we've discussed what visualization is in a fair amount of depth, let's move on to the next topic of the show, focus. Focus is your ability to fully direct your attention to the task at hand, keeping distractions at bay and staying locked into the moment. In sports, strong focus helps prevent overthinking and enables you to respond instinctively, rather than getting bogged down by outside pressures or self-doubt. A crucial aspect of focus in athletics is learning to adapt it to fit the situation. At times, you may need a wide-ranging focus, like a quarterback scanning the field for potential plays, or a soccer player tracking the movements of teammates and opponents alike. Other times, you'll require a much narrower, more precise focus, such as a basketball player honing in on a specific spot of the rim, or a golfer aiming at a particular area on the green. By sharpening your focus and adapting it to the demands of the moment, you can get into the zone, where you're able to react seamlessly and play to your fullest potential. Now, let's explore how two exceptional athletes, Tiger Woods and Naomi Osaka, have harnessed the power of focus to achieve greatness in their respective sports. Tiger Woods' career provides an extraordinary case study into the power of focus. From a young age, Tiger developed an intense concentration that allowed him to block out distractions on the golf course, a skill that would later define his approach to competition. Known for his unwavering ability to stay in the moment, Tiger treats each shot as an isolated event, focusing intently on his stance, grip, and swing without letting the stakes or previous shots intrude on his mind. His ability to switch between wide and narrow focus has been key, using a broad focus to read the terrain, wind, and overall course, and then narrowing it down to the exact point of contact with the ball. Tiger's focus shines in his practice routines as well, where he visualizes different scenarios to mentally prepare for any situation that he might face. This discipline has been crucial in his most memorable performances, especially in high-stakes games where he has had to dig deep to remain mentally unshakable. This mental discipline was particularly evident in the 2008 US Open, where Tiger famously played through intense pain from a torn ACL and a double stress fracture in his left leg. Despite his injury, he was able to narrow his focus to each individual shot, ignoring both the physical pain and the pressure of the moment, ultimately winning the tournament in a thrilling 19-hole playoff. By not allowing himself to dwell on the pain or worry about future shots, Tiger demonstrated how powerful focus can be in overcoming obstacles and reaching peak performance. His ability to widen his focus as needed to assess the course, then zero in on each shot's technical details, set him apart as one of the most focused players in golf history. Naomi Osaka is another prime example of the impact focus can have, especially when dealing with the pressures that come with high-stakes competitions. Early in her career, Osaka recognized that intense media attention and audience expectations could easily disrupt her concentration. To counter this, she began using focus techniques to stay mentally strong during matches, learning to disregard the crowd's reactions, media noise, and even her own self-doubt. Her ability to shift between wide and narrow focus was essential. She used a broad focus to assess her opponent's positioning and the pace of the game, then shifted to a narrower focus on her technique from her footwork to her backhand. This dynamic approach to focus has allowed her to maintain her game plan and adapt her strategy with each point, especially under extreme pressure. A key moment that illustrates Osaka's remarkable focus was during her 2018 US Open final against Serena Williams. The high-intensity match was filled with tense moments, yet Osaka managed to keep her composure, centering her attention solely on each point. Even as the crowd's energy surged and controversies erupted, she maintained her poise and continued to focus on her performance. By refusing to be sidetracked by the surrounding commotion and honing in on her specific strategies, Osaka proved how far focus can take an athlete in the pursuit of excellence. This balance of wide focus to assess the match as a whole and narrow focus to execute her shots allowed her to thrive, showing the value of adaptable focus in challenging situations. Let's keep in mind that focus isn't just reserved for elite athletes. It's a skill that anyone can cultivate to enhance performance and reach their goals. Here are some practical tips to integrate focus into your routine and make it a natural and powerful part of your training, regardless of your sport or experience level. The first practical tip is to set intentional goals. Before each game or practice, take a moment to identify one or two key objectives to center your attention on. These could be anything from improving your free throw percentage to staying composed during intense moments. For instance, if you're a soccer player, you might set a goal to stay focused on both your positioning and communication with teammates, a blend of wide and narrow focus that helps you stay engaged with the full game while maintaining technical precision. By honing in on specific areas, you give your mind clear targets, making it easier to block out distractions and stay fully connected to your performance. The second practical tip is to practice mindfulness, a technique we covered more in depth in episode 3 of the podcast. Mindfulness techniques, such as deep breathing and meditation, can be incredibly effective in maintaining focus. When you feel your mind wandering or nerves creeping in, take a moment to ground yourself. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and concentrate on your breathing or the rhythm of your heartbeat. For example, if you're a swimmer, before diving into the pool, take a few moments to breathe deeply and visualize the water around you. Practicing mindfulness allows you to stay present so you can respond instinctively to both wide and narrow focus demands as they arise. The third practical tip is to limit distractions. Before and during competition, consciously set aside any distractions that could pull you off course. This includes everything from pre-game nerves to external stressors like thoughts about what others expect of you. If you find yourself getting distracted by the noise of the crowd or pressures from opponents, mentally remind yourself to focus solely on your game. You might even develop a personal mantra or phrase to repeat to steer your attention back to what matters the most. By narrowing your focus on your own performance cues, you're better able to tune out distractions and tap into a flow state. By integrating focus into your training, you can enhance your connection to the game and boost your performance under pressure. It's about training your mind to be as sharp as your body, allowing you to switch between wide and narrow focus as the situation demands. When both are in sync, you're better prepared to tackle any challenge that comes your way. With focus in your toolkit, you'll approach every situation with resilience and the mental clarity needed to succeed. Let's move on to the final topic of this podcast and examine how the state of flow can help you achieve your goals and perform at more consistently optimal levels. Flow is that incredible state of peak performance where you become completely immersed in your activity, losing track of time and even a sense of self. In this zone, everything feels seamless and your performance reaches its highest level. Achieving flow is all about finding the right balance between your skill level and the challenge that you face. If the pressure is too intense, it can break your concentration, but if it's too easy, you may lose interest and fail to engage fully. Now, as we've done for previous subjects, let's examine two special athletes who have utilized the state of flow to optimize their performance and achieve exceptional results. Michael Jordan is often celebrated as one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and a significant part of his legacy lies in his ability to enter a state of flow during critical moments on the court. In high-stakes games, particularly during the NBA Finals, Jordan exhibited a remarkable ability to become fully immersed in the game, losing track of time and self-awareness. This deep focus allowed him to anticipate opponents' movements and react instinctively, making seemingly impossible shots appear effortless. He was known for his uncanny ability to perform at his peak when the pressure was the highest, often delivering game-winning performances that showcased his remarkable skill set. For example, during the 1997 NBA Finals, often referred to as the flu game, Jordan scored 38 points despite suffering from severe illness, demonstrating his ability to transcend physical limitations when in flow. Jordan's experiences in the flow state weren't just about personal glory. They also inspired his teammates and captivated fans worldwide. He would often engage in intense preparation leading up to games, honing his focus through visualization and ritualistic warm-ups that mentally prepared him for the challenge ahead. His iconic performances, such as the game-winning shot in the 1998 NBA Finals against the Utah Jazz, exemplify how being in flow enabled him to deliver under pressure. Jordan once said, "I can't explain it, but when I'm in that zone, everything just clicks." This mental clarity and instinctual performance not only elevated his individual achievements, but also contributed to the Chicago Bulls' 6 championships, solidifying his place in sports history and illustrating the power of flow in athletic performance. Simone Biles, a gymnastics icon, embodies the essence of flow in her performances. When Biles competes, she often transcends the ordinary limits of physical and mental exertion, achieving a state where every movement feels instinctual and fluid. During her routines, she appears to effortlessly execute complex skills that would challenge even the most skilled athletes, demonstrating a level of concentration that allows her to block out distractions. Biles has a unique ability to connect with her performance, leading to jaw-dropping moments where she seems to defy gravity, such as her signature move, the Biles, which showcases her unparalleled athleticism and precision. In interviews, she has spoken about how entering this mental space enables her to perform at her best, stating, "When I'm in the zone, I feel like I'm floating." This experience of flow allows her to showcase her skills without hesitation, creating breathtaking performances that have redefined the sport. Biles' mastery of flow not only showcases her physical prowess, but also highlights her mental discipline, allowing her to execute moves like the Yurchenko double pike with precision and grace. Her performances at the Olympics and World Championships reveal how her connection to flow empowers her to perform at the highest level, inspiring countless athletes around the globe. She has faced immense pressure, yet her ability to enter flow enables her to channel that stress into a focused and empowering performance. This skill has made her a formidable force in gymnastics and a role model for aspiring athletes. By mastering flow, Biles continues to push the boundaries of her sport, illustrating how this state of mind can lead to extraordinary achievements. Flow isn't just reserved for elite athletes. It's a state you can cultivate in your own performance. This powerful experience can elevate your skills and confidence, making each competition or training session more enjoyable and effective. Here are some practical tips to help you tap into the flow state and enhance your athletic performance. The first tip is to challenge your limits. Setting goals that stretch your abilities is key to achieving flow. When you push yourself just enough without going overboard, you create an environment where you can stay engaged and motivated. For instance, if you're a runner, aim to gradually increase your distance or speed over a few weeks instead of attempting a massive leap in performance all at once. This incremental approach not only helps prevent burnout or injury, but also allows you to savor the progress you make, keeping your motivation levels high. Celebrate small victories along the way as they build your confidence and contribute to a positive mindset, making it easier to enter the flow state. The second tip is to stay positive. This idea ties heavily into the concept of positive self-talk, one of the major concepts covered in episode 3 of this podcast, as well as that of self-doubt, a major topic covered in episode 4. Maintaining a positive outlook is essential for achieving flow. Self-doubt and fear of making mistakes can act as barriers to peak performance, disrupting your focus and flow. Instead, work on letting go of negative thoughts and concentrate on what you can control. Shift your focus to the process of your performance rather than the outcome. Remind yourself of your training, strengths, and past successes. This mental shift not only helps to calm nerves, but also fosters a mindset where you can perform more freely and confidently. Consider incorporating positive affirmations or visualization techniques to reinforce this positive mindset, helping you to feel more empowered when it's time to compete. The third tip is to establish a routine. Creating pre-performance rituals can be a powerful way to signal to your mind that it's time to enter flow. These routines can include activities such as dynamic stretching, listening to your favorite pump-up song, or reciting mental affirmations. Choose rituals that resonate with you and help you feel grounded and focused. Consistency in these rituals can cue your brain to switch into performance mode, making it easier to enter a flow state when it matters most. For example, if you're a soccer player, you might develop a warm-up routine that includes specific stretches, drills, and a motivational playlist to help you get into the zone before each game. By integrating these strategies into your training regimen, you can experience flow more frequently, leading to improved focus, confidence, and overall performance. Flow is about connecting your mind and body, allowing you to perform with greater ease and effectiveness. When you cultivate the right mindset and practices, you'll be better prepared to seize the moment and shine, transforming your athletic experience into something truly exceptional. As we conclude today's episode, let's take a moment to reflect on the transformative concepts we've explored regarding imagery, visualization, focus, and flow. We've witnessed how elite athletes like Michael Jordan and Simone Biles have harnessed these mental skills to elevate their performances, demonstrating that these techniques are not just tools, but pathways to achieving greatness. Their experiences remind us that anyone can access these powerful states of mind, allowing for enhanced focus, confidence, and ultimately success in their sport. Throughout our discussion, we've seen how imagery can enhance performance by enabling athletes to mentally rehearse their skills, how visualization prepares them for high-pressure situation, how maintaining focus keeps distractions at bay, and how entering the flow state can lead to effortless execution. These insights extend beyond athletics. They're applicable to anyone striving to excel in their endeavors. By embracing these techniques, you can empower yourself to optimize your performance, whether on the field, in the classroom, or within your career. Now, for this week's takeaway challenge. I encourage you to think about a performance or situation where you felt less than your best. What specific factors contributed to that feeling? Was it a lack of focus, pressure to perform, or perhaps even fear of failure? Choose one of the strategies that we discussed today, whether it's using imagery to visualize your success, employing focused breathing techniques, or establishing a pre-performance routine, and apply it to that situation. Take a moment to write down your reflections on how you can implement this technique moving forward to enhance your performance. Remember, like the athletes we discussed, mastering these mental skills is a journey filled with growth and learning. Embrace the process and let these strategies empower you to achieve your goals. In our next episode, we'll dive deeper into the intricacies of mental performance, exploring how to cultivate a resilient mindset that can withstand challenges and setbacks. We'll discuss the importance of self-talk, motivation, and the impact of a positive mindset on overall performance. If you found value in today's episode and are committed to strengthening your mental game, please take a moment to like and subscribe to the podcast so you never miss out on new content designed to support your growth. I'd also appreciate it if you could share this episode with friends, family, or teammates who you think could benefit from these insights. Thanks for tuning in, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode.